Fighter 6. Fighting round. Orange match. Comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A-game to the table.
I can't wait for this match to begin.
The fight just started. This is Tasty Steve on commentary.
Ooh, let me see some of the good stuff.
Starts with the jump in.
Good stuff there.
Backs him into a corner.
This might be an important turn in the match.
That drive impact is blocked.
Gotta give it up for that solid defense. Maybe thinking something.
Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Combo with the target combo. Light feed opens up.
Oh, this is getting tense.
Experiencing burnout.
Oh, hitting a real rough patch.
Checks him with the KO.
Ha, they ain't getting up.
What are your thoughts on what happened during that last round?
The pressure's building, and we're gonna see a blowout real soon.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how these two take it to the next level. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now?
I can see the fire in their eyes. They're both ready to go.
Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on?
I can feel the tension right from the get-go.
Scrapping it out up close. Jump! Got their eye on the air.
Smart decision.
Ooh, burnout activates.
You know what you gotta do when the chips are down.
Goes for the free throw kicks to get a drink in. Player 2 will have to deal with experiencing burnout. They're both driving. This is gonna get messy. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here.
Feels like we're right in the...
They're going for the super art?
Wait.
Yeah, boy. Clinch up, because you're gonna feel this. Jin Shoryuken.
What's wrong? Get up!
Player 1 just put them on equal footing with that super. Nobody blink. The next perfect read with the anti-air. Closes it out.
Great stuff there, right at the end.
Of course I
This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
This is anyone's round. Both fighters gotta bring it here.
Goes for the goal. Hits the drive. Clutch, anti-air.
Dishing out the hot stuff.
Unfazed by the switch and block. This is gonna hurt.
Things are getting heated.
Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. Shoots him and takes a swing. Here comes the reads the jump in perfectly.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Puts a little extra seasoning on it with an overdrive attack. Knocked him out of the air.
Doesn't get any better than that. I can see the path to a win here, but they need to dig in.
You're done.
Damn, that was intense.
Real wins.
Man, I could watch these two fight each other forever.
Not gonna lie, I was entertained. Gotta give it up for two hardworking fighters.
They're still home. Both sides stepping up for the rematch.
These two could fight 1,000 more times and I wouldn't be bored.
The corner makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here?
Ooh, something's building. I can feel it.
Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent.
What's their play here?
Punishes that ill-timed attack with a drive impact. That was a bad choice there.
Nice, liking that.
Big low reaching heavy. That driving pack doesn't get through.
Nice block there.
In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistake. With the life gap opening up, they hold your breath.
Okay.
Swagger step. Juicy opportunity now, experiencing burnout.
Hitting a real rough patch.
Barely blocks the jump in. It's there.
I'm liking that finish.
There's no question what lengths both players are willing to go to.
Oh, that was great. Those two are pushing each other to the absolute limit.
Uh-oh, getting a little tipsy. All right, who's gonna swing first?
Ooh, I want to see them get moving.
Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Looking for a chance. Spins the meter on the super arc.
Amazing awareness there.
This is the ideal range to utilize that fireball range. Player 2 really needs to take advantage of the essence. Knockdown, here comes the mix-up.
Pushing out the hot stuff. We live for these kind of fights.
They're down and out.
I'm liking that finish.
Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Time to go big or go home. Let's see how these two hold it down.
Goes for the core. This is gonna hurt.
That was super good.
The driver pack doesn't work.
Hold it down strong. I like that.
Player 1 can work with this lead. More fuel on the fire. Hook 'em up.
No, what?
That corner's gonna make it hard. Crowds them from above. Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. Cut that boy the burns out.
Oh, expect some bones to be broken here.
There's a driving pack.
Doesn't get any better than that. I love it.
Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Are you for real?
That was unreal.
Real wins.
Oh my days, that was a real intense fight.
Put it on the best bout list. Talk about a barn burner.
Yeah, every day I do this, never fear losing. And when I get up in the game, yeah, I'm here improving. A real problem, but I solve them all facts proof. And if you think I'm gon' fold, then you talking fool.
Here comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
None of you are going home disappointed after this fight. Bet on it.
Goes for the fireball. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach?
I want to see them both lay it all on the line here.
Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner.
This might be an important turn in the match.
Player 2 with the life lead.
Gotta keep pushing.
Anything could happen here.
Trying to find their spot to strike.
Okay, both fighters have taken a step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. Goes in on the impact for nothing.
That was painful, but you know what to do.
Starts the pressure with a rushing attack. Will this super art connect?
Ooh, gotta be planning something.
KO.
We've got ourselves a winner.
Player 2 with a pretty convincing win. But what's next?
There was a lot to like about that last round. They're in the pocket now and they gotta keep on the gas.
You're 100% right. Let's see if they can clue in on that and make adjustments next round. Takes the hit and keeps on trucking.
What's this? Calm before the storm here.
Going in? Player 2 has the meter lead. Okay. Ooh, burnout activated.
You know what you gotta do when the chips are down.
They're both drivers. This is gonna get messy. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. They gotta scramble and recover quickly. Tries to do something new and goes for the fireball. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while.
Just keep busting out the heavy artillery until you break it.
Cross-up attack. Unfazed by the switch and block. That throw's not good. Ooh, burnout activate.
Hitting a real rough patch.
Is this gonna kill? Still in it by a fingernail. Closes it out.
What was that?
Hard fought on both sides. What did you think?
Not gonna lie, I was entertained. Gotta give it up for two hardworking fighters.
Here comes a new challenger.
These two have more beef than a barbecue in Texas. Let's see them duke it out.
I'm gonna be paying close attention, so you better deliver.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try and do here in this first round.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see these two fight it out.
It's not over.
Goes for the throw.
Yeah.
Denied up top. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be hard to escape.
This might be an important turn in the match. Smart decision.
Throws to get around their defense. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super.
Okay.
Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Damage gets
Good round.
bags the round. What did you make of it?
I bet they're thinking of some trash talk for the post-match commentary. They gotta keep their eye on the prize.
All right, let's see what happens in this next round. Secures the jump in. Checks them with the projectile. Player one will look to apply pressure here.
This is where things are gonna get very interesting.
Still struggling for control of the neutral. Gets clipped by the end here.
That was super good. That was good. I like it. More of that.
Doesn't miss a beat.
What's gonna happen next?
Throws him.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Player two is in a good decision with that throw.
Flatline him.
Solid anti-air. You're done.
What was that?
Cammy.
Man, I could watch these two fight each other forever.
Put it on the best bout list. Talk about a barn burner.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here?
Yeah, let's let these two fight forever.
Long, low attack hits.
Nice. Liking that.
The impact gets blocked. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this rate. The drive impact nets them a sweet punish count.
Good stuff there.
Shoots off a fireball up close.
What's their play here?
This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Was looking for that jump attack.
Nice. Liking that. Might be collecting their thoughts here.
Big counter.
Ooh, landed a nice one there.
Okay. Oh.
We've got ourselves a winner.
What are your thoughts on what happened during that last round?
This fight is getting mad personal, and I'm liking it.
You got that right. Oh, the next round starting. Impact shut out.
Gotta give it up for that solid defense.
Okay, they trick, brushes that off, and keeps going.
Okay.
It's packed into the corner with pressure building.
Ooh, something's building. I can feel it. Ooh, this is getting tense.
That's the jump in they were scouting.
Smart decision.
Knockdown, digs in deep to get that drive impact.
Amazing awareness there.
Not much life difference. Player two will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. A jump? Keeps them out. What are they gonna do? Oh my God, what's gonna happen?
One more attack to do.
Low heavy,
Doesn't get any better.
down and out.
Damn, that was intense.
Cammy.
Oh my days, that was a real intense fight.
Not gonna lie, I was entertained. Gotta give it up for two hard.
Great match. Comes a new challenger.
We got a good match on deck right now, and no one's gonna want to blink once the action gets started.
If these two don't give me what I want, I may have to come in there and bust them up myself.
Quick check to start the round. There's a punish count. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize.
That was a good one.
Pressuring them in the corner
This might be an important trick.
spices things up by adding the super art to the combo.
Nice. Liking that.
Throws them, what's next?
I'd be collecting their thoughts here.
Impact's a no-go.
Nice block there.
Taking stock.
Oh, just a little bit more.
Down to the wire.
Ooh.
Hell!
Ha, they ain't getting up.
Not sure how you're gonna break the rhythm that was established last round. You might need to pin your hopes on a miracle.
Hey, violence may not always be the answer, but life is multiple choice, you get me? I like it.
They hit each other? The low heavy too.
Amazing awareness there.
Pounces on that mistake with the impact for the punish count.
That was super good. Calm before the storm here.
They're backed up into the corner.
Feels like we're right in the eye of the storm.
Not much life difference. You know we paid to get in here, right?
Oh, both want to pull the trigger. Who's gonna win?
Gotta do better than that.
Gotta give it up for that solid defense.
Barely blocks the jump in. What? In anti-air?
Dishing out the hot stuff.
They're in range. We're gonna see a jump in? A dash? Drop that off.
What's this?
Wow, that took off a pure done.
I'm liking that finish.
We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Time to go big or go home. Let's see how these two hold it down.
Still plenty of time left.
Show your girl that you aren't afraid to get vicious.
Puts the brakes on the impact.
Hold it down strong. I like that.
Connects with the throw. Oh, impact squash.
Gotta give it up for that solid defense.
Get in there and fight.
Nothing stops this train.
Go. What?
More fuel on the fire. Hook 'em up. Target locked. Delta Red Assault when you absolutely gotta take out a hostile with extreme precision. Both sides getting ready. Both fighters are down to half-life. Back into the corner. What setup do they have?
Come on, you gotta give me more. More.
Oh, show 'em how it's done.
Dishing out the hot stuff.
Shogeki to push forward. They're taking this one to the absolute limit.
Don't hesitate. Hit him.
What are they gonna do? Gotta do better than that.
Gotta give it up for that solid defense.
Answers with a fireball. They are done.
That was unreal.
Ryu wins.
Player 2! Gotta be sweating after that match. Someone bring him a towel.
Ooh, I love when fighters find a way to bring out the best in each other. What a battle!
Yo, I can't argue with you. What a game. Shrugs that off. Oh my god, impact squash.
Hold it down strong. I like that.
Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Oh.
Yeah.
Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Player 1 has not been shy about using their drive game. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish count. It brings out the super. How's this going to work out for them?
Good stuff there.
Combo with it and the super activation. You can't forget the super for extra damage.
Smart decision. Gotta be planning something.
Oh, just a little bit more.
Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Life lead opens up. Both fighters are trying to decide. Hell!
Ooh, nice finish.
Player 1 with a pretty convincing win. But what's next?
The pressure's building, and we're gonna see a blowout real soon.
All right, let's see what happens in this next round. Jumps up. There's a change of side. Stays back.
Wait.
Brushes that off and keeps going.
Ooh.
Barely blocks the jump in.
What's gonna happen next?
A quick breather.
Come on. One more push here.
Looking for a chance. Player 2 is down. It's there.
Great stuff there, right at the end.
See, that's what happens when you let your mouth write checks your hands can't cash.
Very quick GG there. Looks like Heaven's about to get another angel.
Can they make the most perfect read with the anti-air?
Dishing out the hot stuff.
Crowns them from above.
We got a real fight now.
The low kick hit.
Dishing out the hot stuff.
stuff there, right at the end.
Real wins.
Hard fought on both sides. What did you think?
Put it on the best bout list. Talk about a barn burner.
Now, find a new rival.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Violence is on the menu tonight.
This will be a good round one. Fight.
Here we go. Let's see what these fighters have in store.
Well, I hope their training paid off.
Blocks the jump in. We're still early in the round.
I want to see them both lay it all on the line here.
Kalu whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter.
Good stuff there.
Player 2 has the life lead.
Gotta keep pushing.
Okay, creating some space here. Jump in, finds the mark.
Maybe thinking something.
Backs him into a corner.
This might be an important turn in the match.
Gets a normal hit from the drop. They've been pushed into the wall and the hits.
Ooh, nice finish.
Bags the round. What did you make of it?
This fight is getting mad personal, and I'm liking it.
You're 100% right. Let's see if they can clue in on that and make adjustments next round. That drive impact doesn't get through.
Nice block there.
Early round decisions are so important to set the tone.
We gotta see what lengths both fighters are willing to go to.
Player 2 needs to be cautious with drive gauge.
Calm before the storm here.
Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner hand.
Feels like we're right in the eye of the storm.
Experiencing burnout.
You know what you gotta do when the chips are down.
What are they doing? Experiencing burnout.
Oh, hitting a real rough patch.
Hey-yo!
Ha, they ain't getting up.
I bet everyone watching that last round could feel the pressure coming through their screens.
Very quick GG there. Looks like Heaven's about to get another angel.
Hits the orbital throw out of the teleport. Player 1 with a slight lead. Will they capitalize?
They got the advantage. Gotta start cooking here.
Nowhere to run.
Come on, you got
Punish counter sets the table for big damage.
dishing out the hot stuff.
But drive impact misses.
How did that not hit?
A real test of nerve. There's bird closes it out.
Damn, that was intense.
Akuma.
Oh my days, that was a real intense fight.
Put it on the best bout list. Talk about a barn burner.
It is not over. They want that run back. How's this going to unfold?
These two could fight 1,000 more times than I would have before.
Ooh, burnout activates.
You know what you gotta do when the chips are down.
Not a lot of damage dealt so far. No telling how this round will turn out.
Gotta keep pushing.
Player 1 has used up all their drive. Drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also diminished. Low heavy hits mix up incoming.
Smart decision.
Check some with the projectile. At this range, many attacks connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is so important.
Maybe.
KO.
Good round.
Bags around. What did you make of it?
There was a lot to like about that last round. They're in the pocket now and they gotta keep on the gas.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how these two take it to the next level. Got their eye on the air. Who gained control of the match in the early going?
Here we go. I want to see them put on a show.
Player 1 chases them down.
Ooh, something's building. I can feel it.
Experiencing burnout.
Oh, hitting a real rough patch.
KO.
We've got ourselves a winner.
Player 1 took no time to finish that fight.
Oh, wow. Someone just got turned into a hashtag.
Here comes a new challenger.
All right, this is a mirror match, so both players can match each other move for move. You don't want to get clowned on and lose here, but no pressure. Okay.
I can't wait for this match to begin.
Tries to turn up the pressure with an overdrive projectile. Uses the downtime to get above. How's the time left? How's this match going to play out?
I want to see them both lay it all on the line here.
Not a lot of damage dealt so far. No telling how this round will turn out.
Gotta keep pushing.
Player 2 has used up all their drive.
Gotta be planning something.
Grabs him.
Nice. Like it.
Goes for the super art.
Yeah. Oh, just a little bit more.
So they break forward to pressure the opponent. All right. What hits?
We've got ourselves a winner.
That didn't look like a fair fight at all. But let me hear your thoughts.
Oh, that last round was pretty ugly. One of the most disrespectful things I've seen in a while.
This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have?
Here we go. I want to see them put on a show. What's gonna happen next?
Early round super damage for the pressure. Zones with the fireball.
Might be collecting their thoughts here.
Both of our combatants are cooking up something. That's a big gap. Who's gonna close it? Player 2 needs to be cautious with drive gauge. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Anti-air drops him.
Amazing awareness there.
Drive gauge takes the hit and keeps on trucking.
Wait.
What? Anti-air?
Doesn't get any better than that.
Well, super hard.
What's this?
One chance here may end this round. Closes it out.
Great stuff there, right at the end.
Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
This is anyone's round. Both fighters gotta bring it here.
Knocked him out of the air.
That was super good.
Nothing stops this train.
Wait.
Barely spares a burnout.
You know what you gotta do when the chips are down.
Ran for super, and now it's time for some dessert. The burner's out.
You know what you gotta do when the chips are down.
Target combo in 2.
Get in there and fight.
Nice.
That was super good.
Close range projectile. Looking for a hole. Never covered. Nothing stops this train.
What's this?
Pressure everyone knew the fight is over.
That was unreal.
Hard fought on both sides. What did you think?
Oh, those two sent the crowds home happy. What an amazing match.
It is not over. They want that run back. How's this going to unfold?
These two could fight 1,000 more times than I would have afford.
Dashes up. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on.
Well, we gotta see what lengths both fighters are willing to go to.
Pressuring them in the corner.
This might be an important turn of the match.
Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book.
That was a good one.
Denied up top. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. They gotta watch out. Both players are running on fumes. What's gonna be their next move? How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Not having the cross-up. Throws to get around their defense.
Yeah. Might be collecting their thoughts here.
Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. This range is where it gets interesting. You gotta utilize the reach of your moves to bait out and attack.
Oh, this is getting intense.
Player 2 will have to fight back here without any drive. Hey-yo!
I'm liking that finish.
That match was too close, but definitely the kind of match you like to see, right?
Man, you think these two are best friends or something, where they're beating on each other.
Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Whew. That last round went right down to the wire. We don't know who's going to win, but with both fighters evenly matched, any small mistake is going to end up being costly. Takes the hit and keeps on trucking.
Wait.
Decides to spin their gauge on the level 2 super art, Shin Hashogeki. Juicy opportunity now in the corner.
This is where things are gonna get very interesting.
Gets the jump. Ooh, burnout activated.
You know what you gotta do when the chips are down.
Burnout, you're done.
What was that?
Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Time to go big or go home. Let's see how these two hold it down.
Punches that off and keeps going.
Ooh.
What a smart throw!
Dishing out the hot stuff.
Close range projectile. Player 2, solid anti-air.
Dishing
for the shit short to give them the early bird pass to the afterlife party. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking.
Come on, you gotta give me more. More!
What are they gonna do? Player 1 can't use their drive gauge. Man, who's down and out?
I'm liking that finish.
Player 1 is gonna be watching replays of this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire.
Fights don't get any better than that. That was awesome.
Yeah, I love the back and forth they had going on. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch.
These two could fight 1,000 more times than I would be bored.
Jumps up, takes the hit, and keeps on trucking.
What's this? Gotta be planning something.
Good anti-air.
Good stuff there.
Will they hit, whip, charge in? Tricky territory here. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. The drive gauge is completely empty. Will this super art connect?
Ooh.
Both fighters battle for that mid-stage position.
Nice. Liking that.
Heading into the end game now. It's getting to hell.
Ha, they ain't getting up.
What are your thoughts on what happened during that last round?
I bet they're thinking of some trash talk for the post-match commentary. They gotta keep their eye on the prize.
You got that right. Oh, the next round started.
Amazing awareness there.
Good heads-up decision, opting for the drive impact.
Calm before the storm here.
The impact doesn't do anything.
Nice block there.
Drive gauge is not looking to experiencing burnout.
You know what you gotta do when the chips are down.
It's not gonna hit.
Gotta give it up for that solid defense.
Over adds some damage and flare with the elite pair.
Great stuff there, right at the end.
Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
This is anyone's round. Both fighters gotta bring it here.
Last chance, it's now or never.
They can't disappoint themselves.
Clutch, anti-air.
That was super good.
Adds a little spike.
No, what?
Tries to act quickly, but whips the attack.
Learn from it and build back better.
Player 2 is in a very good... Oh my God, the thing is choking away.
How did that not hit?
Reads the jump in perfectly.
It doesn't get any better than that.
Both fighters' drive gauges might be burned out, but the fire's still blazing. Who makes the first move and then hits the drive?
Things are getting heated.
This can lead to some big damage. Raw super art income.
Oh!
These dreams that you paid for are done.
That was unreal!
Real
Player
win.
1 was the only one left standing after that. That's what I like to see. Talk that.
Oh, those two sent the crowds home happy. What an amazing match!
Right here, right now, we're in for something special.
I'm gonna be paying close attention, so you better deliver.
Don't expect me to be a pushover. Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen?
You never get a second chance to make a first impression. So let's make this count. Nice one.
Combo's there. Very dangerous range. They can definitely get clipped by something.
How's this? How's this?
Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner.
This might be an important turn of the match.
Throws him. What's next?
Ooh. Maybe thinking something.
Ooh, they were looking for that super art.
Hold it down strong! I like that!
Timely side switch there, which will let them go on the attack. Both fighters are barely alive.
Ooh, just a sneeze here will do it.
Hey, oh.
We've got ourselves a winner.
Man, they were scrapping. What did you think?
This is what a real fight looks like. It doesn't get any better than this.
Ooh, are we going to see some fireworks here?
Yeah, it's really anyone's fight right now.
Projectile to try to change the situation. This match just started and it can go either way.
Show your girl that you aren't afraid to get vicious.
They back the opponent into the corner, now to apply the pressure.
Feels like we're right in the eye of the storm.
Gets a little space with the throw.
Amazing awareness there.
Scrap picks a good spot to use the super.
That was super good. Oh, this is getting tense.
What'll happen here? Barely hanging on. They have to opt the clutch, anti-air.
Dishing out the hot stuff.
Here comes the corner pressure.
Come on,
You're done.
I'm liking that finish.
And that's the match. That was something else, huh?
We'll see you next match.
Oh, we're gonna run it back now? This thing ain't over yet.
Oh, they're just gonna keep going? Fine by me.
Goes for the fireball. Still slugging it out here. Someone's gotta make a move.
What's going on?
Had the radar up and running.
Smart decision.
Spins a little drive gauge to start some offense. Jump in, finds the mark.
Gotta be planning something.
Had the radar up and running. Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation.
Ooh, something's building. I can feel it.
Projectile to try to change the situation.
Ooh.
That punish counter creates a chance for some juicy damage. KO!
I'm liking that finish.
Great round with both fighters really going at it.
Talk about your close rounds. That was frantic.
Ooh, are we going to see brushes that off and keeps going?
Okay.
Sure you can. Both fighters are trying not to get trapped in the corner. Who's gonna take it? Both fighters have full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best.
The wind's in their sights, but they gotta play smart.
Baits out the attack and get KO.
Great stuff there, right at the end.
That's what happens when you capitalize on all your chances.
Nature is funny, you know? Sometimes you gotta fight for your next meal. Sometimes you get gifted one.
Now, find a new rival.
Everyone's getting fired up and we're just ready to get started.
None of you are going home disappointed after this fight. Bet on it.
Fight. Round one. Fight.
Here we go. Let's see what these fighters have in store.
All right, let's go.
Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be hard to escape.
This might be an important turn in the match.
On dangerous turf, easy to get tagged at this range. Shuts down the air approach. Player one is just about out of drive after that. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also diminished. There's a corner switch. Nice cross-up. Beautiful setup with that attack.
Smart decision.
Nails the anti-air.
Might be collecting their thoughts here.
Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. It's there!
Ha! They ain't getting up.
Player two with a pretty convincing win. But what's next?
The pressure's building, and we're gonna see a blowout real soon.
You're 100% right. Let's see if they can clue in on that and make adjustments next round. That drive impact is blocked.
Gotta give it up for that solid defense.
Very solid corner switch. The drive impact is denied.
Gotta give it up for that solid defense.
Still slugging it out and getting swift. Ooh, burnout activates.
You know what you gotta do when the chips are down.
Player one wraps it up with a decisive combo.
Great stuff there, right at the end.
That was some rock-solid play we just saw there. If this continues, we might be leaving early.
Very quick GG there. Looks like Heaven's about to get another angel.
Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. We're just getting started here. We'll take control.
I can feel the tension right from the get-go.
Oh, perfect read with the edge here.
That was super good.
Shin Hakogeki is gonna sting. Player two can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Closes it out.
What was that?
Hard fought on both sides. What did you think?
Not gonna lie, I was entertained. Gotta give it up for two hardworking fighters.
It is not over. They want that run back. How's this going to unfold?
These two could fight 1,000 more times and I wouldn't be bored.
Checks them with the projectile. Grabs him.
Smart decision.
Blocks the jump in. Can't decide who's gonna stay in the corner. The corner makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here?
Ooh, something's building, I can feel it.
Ayo.
We've got ourselves a winner.
Last round saw one player really taking advantage of every opportunity. But how will that affect the next round?
Ooh, that last round is pretty ugly. One of the most disrespectful things I've seen in a while.
Snares him. Getting some meter here, investing in the round.
Dishing out the hot stuff.
Kuma's going in. Jumps in. Smart play with the throw.
That was super good.
Not much life difference. A little extra damage on the counter hit throw.
Ooh, landed a nice one there. What's gonna happen next?
Wow, that took off a chunk. This is a critical moment.
One more attack's gonna do it. Come on. Things are getting heated.
Going in? Dangerous range here. This kid lead down and out.
Damn, that was intense.
Man, I could watch these two fight each other forever.
Put it on the best bout list. Talk about a barn burner.